Great, so welcome to Module 2 Part 4. You're doing very well. We're on the IELTS Part 2 test again, and we're talking now about the importance of discourse markers and giving you some extra help, some ideas to help you when it comes to things like mistakes, making mistakes, and how to have a healthy approach to the test. Okay, so first thing we're looking at is discourse markers, what they are and why they matter. Now don't worry, you already use discourse markers without really knowing that that is what they are called. It's things that you use, words that you use to connect things together. Sometimes they're called connectives. So we're going to detail what they are and, of course, why they matter. So it's a big part of fluency and coherence, and you'll see why. You know, you're a good student, you probably do a lot of work, and you're already using them. So here's the examiner's notes, and you can see in 5, 6 and 7 they're specifically mentioned. So that's why they're really important. And here they are, discourse markers. But you know them in another way. I'm sure you know them as things that you use to connect sentences or ideas together. And the good thing to recognize is you probably know 2, or maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3 already from each section. The thing to do maybe is to take a screenshot, to take a copy of this. You'll have some of these words hopefully already. You'll already know how to use them, but you can just choose 2 or 3 from each section and use them as you like throughout your test. They're also extremely helpful when it comes to writing too. Okay, so just take a little time, have a look through those and see which ones you already know, and maybe you can add to the words you already know with a few more. Try and learn 2 or 3 from each section. Okay, moving on, we're talking about making notes, and just a reminder, when you're making notes you don't really need to write discourse markers, and you don't have time to write sentences, so focus on nouns, verbs, adjectives and maybe adverbs too. You're looking for those 7 to 10 uncommon words or phrases if you want to get 7 for your language, so you can really focus on these here. So we're talking about fluency now and how to maintain fluency. Some people think you need to speak really quickly, and some people think it's good to speak really slowly. Something in between is important. You can see this lady doing some yoga. She's probably breathing deeply. In the IELTS test, shallow breaths are probably the best way to approach the test. It helps you to maintain a constant flow of speech and not give too many hesitations or pauses when you're speaking, and helps you to keep breathing, of course, which is obviously very important. Being clear is the most important thing when it comes to fluency. Let's talk about mistakes. Now, to get 9, you might make 1 or 2. So you can see mistakes are almost always going to happen. We make mistakes, people always make mistakes, so don't worry about them. The thing about them is to not focus on them too much, just to keep going, keep moving on. You can always self-correct if you want, but just keep going and don't look back. As a friend of mine always says, the past is gone. So let's move on, stay positive, and as they say in England, keep calm and carry on. Fantastic, well done. Another class completed. So don't forget to learn those discourse markers if you need to. And don't worry about your mistakes. Keep breathing. See you in the next class.